Welcome back, guys. So right now we want to proceed with what we're doing. So right now this is where we get to design. So we are choosing the daily planner, as you've seen. So this is what we searched on Canva. We searched for daily planner, and here we have different templates. So you could choose any of these templates. If you are watching this course, you don't need to create the exact design I'm creating. You could choose any of these templates as you wish, then redesign. Something about Amazon: if you don't want your books to be blocked, don't use the exact templates you are saying. Try to redesign the templates. Try to bring a fresh perspective to the template. So that makes sense, right? So we could continue with that. So I chose a template already. So you could choose from here, and I chose this already just to create something like that. So it's always good to create whatever you're doing. Try to recreate. So let's design our manuscript. There's something about you creating books. You need the inner part, which is the manuscript, and you need a book cover, which is the external part, what you see first, then the inner part. So we want to try to design the inner part first, which is the manuscript, and I've chosen a template for that. So I'll continue with this. I'll proceed with this. So I want to recreate this. I'll not just publish my book like this, and I'll create different pages. As you can see, this is a single page so far. According to what I prompted, that's what I prompted, and we have 8.511 inches. That's the size specification for this, and this says single page for each day with sessions well organized. So we have our sessions right here. So we have to do is to check that out. So I want to make it a black and white. I could just remove what I'm seeing right now. I told you should always recreate whatever you're seeing. So I'll recreate this, I'll delete this, I'll delete that, and I'll delete this. So I have some of the elements deleted already. So I'm just going to highlight this. I'm going to highlight this. You have to create a page. You cannot just start your page from here. So what I'm going to do now is the note comes to another page. That's something I'm going to do. A note comes to another page. So we're going to add a new page right here, and that has been added. I could just delete that. So all I have to do is to duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate another page from there. Then I have that duplicated. So having that duplicated will make me have something like this. So I could just leave the schedule right here, and these other ones goes to the next page. I could just leave the schedule right here. I could leave today's goal right here, and these top priorities and appointments goes to the next page. So let's do something like that. Then the notes too goes to the next page. So we could just create, I could just delete this, then this appointment, I'll delete all this, then I'll delete all this. Yes. So we have today's goal and this. So all I'm going to do now is to just highlight this, and I'll bring this down here a little bit. Just for now, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change this to black from here. Just click on it. It's a table already. You can ungroup it, but look at it. I just clicked on an element. You can easily change it from here. So I'm going to change it to black because it's a black and white kind of format. So I'm going to change all, and it's going to change all to black. So we'll be able to change all the borders to black. So the text, I'm going to change the text too. I chose one of the text, and I'm going to change the color to black from here, and I'm going to click on change all to automate the changing process. So I'm going to change all, and here we have that. So now I could easily do what I want to do. So let me highlight this just to select that group and bring it down a bit. And here we have the dates, we have the Sunday, Monday, something like that. So we could just leave this at this. What I'm going to do is just to make it smaller a little bit. I could make it smaller. So let's do something like this. Let me just remove this and remove. Let's see. Let me see if I could make it smaller now. So you could just remove this. So let me just, let me see if I can make it smaller now. So yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do now is just to rearrange this. So this will be dates, and this will be somewhere here. So I could just have something like this, date somewhere, and this here. So we have that, and today's schedule could come this way. So we have it somewhere here, and this I'm going to just highlight it and have it resized somewhere here, and I could just expand this to a little bit here, and we have something like this here, and yes, we are good to go. So I could easily select each element, hold on the shift button just to have this. I could have it ungrouped, so we have it independently. So I could hold this each and just enlarge it this way to this, and hold this. I'll use shift to hold it, then I'll enlarge it this way. Use shift to hold it, then do the same throughout. So I'm going to enlarge it to this part. I'm going to enlarge. I'm going to click on this and enlarge. Do the same for this, do the same for this, do the same for this. Ctrl Z if you want to undo, something you don't like, you can use Ctrl Z. As you could see from here, undo. So use Ctrl Z, and it undoes for me. So I'm going to select this, use the shift button to select it, hold it. I'm going to use shift button to hold it. Then I'm going to do this, do the same for this, and do the same for this, do the same for this as well, and do the same for this. So we have this, and do the same for this. So I have this, and do the same for this. So I'll use Ctrl Z to undo that, Ctrl Z to undo, and hold this, and do the same for this. So we have Ctrl Z, hold this, use shift to hold it, and do the same for this. So we have something like this, and yeah, we have that. So we have today's schedule right there, looking so good. Then we have in the next page, I'm just going to remove all this. I'm going to remove all this. So we have something like this, and yeah, I'm going to say continuation, and yeah, I'm going to bring this to the middle, and I'll type continuation for what we're doing. So this will be the one for day one still. So I'm just going to type continuation, and I have that. I'm going to have this. Then I'll bring this to the middle. As you could see, you could use your align page to align to center, and as you could see, it's in center already, so I could leave that easily. So I could just type continuation. So this will be here. I could make this bigger a bit, and yeah, we have a 20. Then I'm going to just do something like this. So we have this already, and we've done the today's schedule, so we could easily remove that. Yeah, so we could easily remove that. So the first page is for schedules, and right now we could include notes, and we could include the priorities. So what I'm going to do now is to leave the top priorities. I'll bring this here. I told you should always rearrange your design. It's very, very important. So I'll bring this somewhere here, and that will be, and I'll bring the appointment. Today's schedule is carrying appointment already. I don't think that is needed again. So what I'm going to do now is to remove this, take this out. This is having the appointment already, so we could just leave. I'll delete that, so we could have something like this. The schedule is carrying appointments already, so we have that. So this appointment could leave. So since we have top priorities and we have today's goal, so today's goal could come beside this, and we have something like this. So we're just going to make it a two-page kind of thing. So we have today's goal side by side this, and this would be somewhere here. So you could just leave it this way, or you could just make it, yes, come this way a little bit. So I have something like this, and I could make this box a little bit smaller. Then it stretches across, it goes down. So we could add more of this. So let me just do that. Let me copy this. So I can use shift to hold two elements together. I will hold the first, I'll use shift and hold the second. Then I can duplicate using Ctrl D, or you type here and you see duplicate right here. So you use Ctrl D, and I have that duplicated. So I'm going to come this way. As you can see, the red line matters a lot, showing you the spacing between all elements, so you should take note of that. This is 0.2 0.2 throughout, so you leave it at this. Then you use Ctrl D to do another, Ctrl D to do another, Ctrl D, Ctrl D. So you have this Ctrl D to like this place. So we have these top priorities set. We added more top priorities, and could use something like this way. So these are top priorities and other goals. So I could just take this a little bit up. I want it to align properly. As you can see, the red lines, that means is aligned properly with that. So I'm going to leave it at that, and this could just have something like this, and it's properly aligned. So the notes could be bigger now, so I'll just bring the notes up here. I'll bring it somewhere here, so we have it up here. So the notes, and yes, so I'm going to have something like this, and we have something like this. So you could easily use this as a note, and we have a two-page design right here for one day. So it spreads across, so it has the schedule, and yes, we can proceed right now. The schedule starts first with the appointment. You just schedule and appointment. I'll leave and appointment right here. So we have to just schedule an appointment. I'm going to spread this across, and yes, we have something like this. So I can make this a 16 thereabout. So let's do that, and yes, we have that. So this, we are good to go from here. So we have our old design right now. So all we have to do is to replicate this all over. We create more pages. Let's say we want our book to be like 120 pages. So you could come here and would say, so we could easily edit this right now. This says for single page. So I change the idea to a double page for a day. So what I'm going to have now, so what I'm coming back to the generative AI to do this. What I'm going to have now is 2 pages for a day, and having the first page would, so you describe your book in total because you will need this to write your description for you. The first page would carry today's schedule and appointment. Then the second page carries top priorities, and top priorities, today's goal and notes. So we have that, and personal notes. So let's name it personal notes. So we have that updated, and you have that updated. So I'm going to say, how many pages do you think I can make this? How many pages do you think I can make this for an Amazon book? So yeah, I'm going to have this prompted. I'm going to have that sent in my generative AI. And coming back here, we have the today's goal, and this can be changed to personal. So we could change this to personal notes. Yes, so we have personal notes right there. So we could make this a little bit, we could make it go up a little bit. And here we have this, we have the top priorities, we have the continuation. It's a very simple and basic design actually. I'm going to highlight it all. So we have this, and we could easily make it stay in the middle, and here we have it. So we have a good blend of that, and here we have a very simple design for ourselves. So I could just easily copy this and bring this to the middle as well. So we have this in the middle as well, and we are good to go now. So we could have this replicated across pages. So we are having 2 pages right now, which is the first manuscript. So all I have to do is to duplicate it. So for 1 day, it has 2 pages. For 30 days, it has 60 pages. For 90 days, it has 180 pages. And for 180 days, it has 360 pages. So we're going to go for 90 days. Let's do 180 pages. So all I have to do is to duplicate these two till it gets to one. As you can see it right there, till it gets to 180 pages. So I'll just duplicate. So I'll keep duplicating till it gets to 180 pages. So to duplicate is very easy. All you have to do is to duplicate the page. This will be the first, and you take it down. Then this will be the second, you duplicate as well. That's how you do it until it gets, then you take it down. Look at it, move down. So you have this, and it's rhymed. You do that across till it gets to 180 pages. I hope to see in the next lesson. I'll do mine. I'll replicate it or duplicate it till it gets to 180 pages. Then I'll continue from there. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.